Hi there, this is Sherry Porto. You're listening to Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.
Before we begin the questions, my client would like to read from a prepared statement.
Go ahead.
I would like to direct this to the distinguished members of the panel. You lousy corksuckers, you have violated my Fargan rights. This salmon-butching country was founded so that the liberties of common patriotic citizens like me could not be taken away by a bunch of Fargan iceholes like yourselves. Thank you very much.
You're the head on the spear, you're the nail on the cross, you're the fly in my beer, you're the key that got lost, you're the letter from Jesus on the bathroom wall, your mother superior with only a brawl. You're the same, you're the same, you're the same kind of bad as me. You're the same kind of bad as me.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus with Lou Lombardi, that's me, aka Loudini, and the lovely and talented Miss Katie Simone.
Hi everybody.
Hi everybody. How are you tonight, Katie?
I'm not feeling very good.
Oh my. So what's going on? You got a toothy ache or something?
I got a toothache and it sucks, but thanks for the booze.
I gave Katie some medicine.
Yeah. Lou's always been good to, medicate me.
Yeah, I've got the medicine. I'm the man with the medicine, right, Katie?
That's right.
That's right. This is the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. You can go to LoudiniRockandRollCircus.com for all your Loudini needs. Every Tuesday and every Thursday there's a new interview, and every Saturday there is a new music podcast. And today is Saturday, July 16th at the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus, and so there's another music podcast. We have a great show for you today. We've got the Charlie Wheeler Band. We've got a new record from Highway 4. Have you heard their new record?
I have not heard the new record.
Yes.
I've heard all about it.
Yeah, it's very good. They got a cool video to the song we're going to play, and I've got Typhoid Rosie. Typhoid Rosie will be our sort of featured record that's going to be our bumper music for the show today. We're going to celebrate them. They've got this record. I was playing some of it for Katie a couple weeks ago, and it's a very, very cool record. And I think you guys are really going to, we're going to play a little bit more from it. It's called Hearts Bleed Goodbye. It's a very cool record, and there's some great tracks on it. I'd like to thank my sponsor, Positively Pittsburgh Live Magazine, pplmag.com, Pittsburgh's first internet radio, TV network, and online community magazine business directory. You can listen to, watch, download, and receive emails with the latest audio and video created by the members of the community. Read articles, grab coupons, and find businesses. And if you've got some wares to peddle, it's a great place to start your own magazine page and upload your own audio and video. About a million unique visitors each month to pplmag.com, so you definitely want to check that out, pplmag.com. You know what? Let's just jump right in. These guys are from Bradford, Pennsylvania, and they just put on a hell of a show down at the Thunderbird a couple of weeks ago, and I got to go check them out. And we're going to get Katie a little bit more medicated here, and things are going to go a lot better, I promise. This is the Charlie Wheeler Trio Love Letter on the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.
I know that I should have known better since the day that I met her. I read your love letter. baby. You won't believe it if it happened to you. Oh, I didn't have a clue about the devious things you do. Running around behind my back with a little Johnny Cockaroo. And all this time I wonder why not justify you never looked me in the eye. Oh yeah, you know that I should've known better since the day that I met her. I read your love letter. Yeah, that's right, I read your love letter, baby. That you already moved across town. Lord, I just turned around with my head down towards the ground. Went on back to the bus stop, baby, trying to figure the whole thing out. And all this time I wonder why I justify never look me in the eye. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, you know that I should've known better since the day that I met her. I read your love letter. Oh yeah, you know that I should've known better since the day that I met her. I read your love letter. Come on, yeah. I know that I should've known better since the day that I met her. I read your love letter.
Angel got her wings, shattered stellar makes blue away. Shattered stellar makes.
All right, that is Charlie Wheeler Band, and just give their website address real quick. Charlie Wheeler Band, easy, charliewheelerband.com, and that's off of their last record, Rewind, and they're working on a new record. Charlie is hitting it hard. I've been talking to him, and he's like, they're really planning on hitting things really hard in 2017. So go check them out. A great live band. They really they have a cool light show now. They do a lot of cool stuff with like backgrounds and everything like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, no, it's a good vibe. So it's a good show. Charlie Wheeler Band. We are listening in the background here to Typhoid Rosie. I interviewed Rosie Rebel from this band a few weeks ago, and that interview should be coming out pretty soon for you. But their album is Hearts Bleed Goodbye, and this is just kind of putting on a little bit for you guys. I know when we played a sample from it a couple weeks ago, Katie really dug it, and I thought, yeah, this is a good record, so I'm going to give these guys some props. But we're going to play their track, Baby I Want You, a little bit later on. Okay, so we have a hot topic, Katie.
Yes, we do, yes. And my phone has been blowing up all day.
Okay, so I posted this. We posted this article on Facebook this week. 10 famous bands that should just retire already.
Just hang it up.
Just hang it up.
Good God. And do yourself a favor.
So before we get into all of that, we got some friends that chimed in.
Well, who was on the list is the list.
You know who's on the list?
The official list.
Okay, let's take a look at the official list real quick. Okay.
Which, I mean, the official list was rather amusing.
Yes, well, they've got the Backstreet Boys.
Which I didn't even know they were still making music.
They're actually putting out a new record.
Really?
Yes.
Like my inner middle schooler or grade schooler is very upset. I'm like, even though I liked NSYNC better. I mean,
Green Day. Blink 182.
Oh.
Black Sabbath. Actually, that record produced by Rick Rubin, I think kicks freaking ass. I think it's one of their best records ever.
I agree.
It's so I don't. Metallica.
Oh, please, good God.
Oh, you wish they would retire.
Yes.
Okay. Queen. But, like, see, these guys are just out there because they've got fans who still haven't seen them or have seen them and like them, and they want to go out and keep, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I didn't even know Jefferson Starship was still, that is not Grace Slick.
No, that's not Grace Slick.
No. That's some young lady.
Well, I mean, if Jefferson Starship retires, who's going to play the Big Butler Fair?
Look at this. Look at these guys.
Skinner.
Wow, Skinner, and there's one guy, I'm telling you, I don't think has any teeth.
Oh, I doubt it.
This dude right here.
I doubt it.
Wow, Skinner's on the
that's
list.
Sparky, I believe. Is
That's
that what his
Sparky.
name is? Sparky ain't got no teeth.
Ain't got no teeth. Guns N' Roses, I don't agree with that either. There's some great video of them on... there's some great video of them on YouTube, but they did a concert video a few years ago that I think is just... And I don't get this. Axl doesn't sound good anymore. Every time I've heard him, I thought he sounded just like Axl to me.
Yeah.
And Kiss. And I get that. I mean, a lot of people are like, sick of Kiss. Anyway, so that's the official list. And that's from therichest.com. But we had some friends chime in. Jeff Mazzy says Van Halen should just stop unless Sammy comes back. I liked Sammy Hagar did one of those records where he did a bunch of duets with other people.
Yeah.
Toby Keith and people from different genres, and it was he still sounds good.
He's a great singer. I mean, I as far as my Van Halen preference, I do like Van Halen more than Van Hagar, but I mean, Sammy is a badass singer. There's no other way around it.
Yeah. A lot of people. I mean, I did the Van Halen. I actually liked the record with the train on the cover, which was last. I thought it was a good record, but I understand. Like, I've seen Diamond Dave's performances, and he does weird stuff where he sings he does there's a spider.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's a teeny tiny itsy bitsy. But anyways, where he does stuff with the words where so he's like running with the devil is not I live my life like this. No tomorrow. He's like, I live my life like there's no tomorrow. And the band is like, dude,
what is he trying to be William Shatner?
Yeah. That's a good comparison. That's what he's doing.
And then that vibrato, that.
I don't know. I'm just a jingle. But he made he's so far has made more money than me, but not for long. Ann Layton said Hollywood Vampires need to retire or change their name. But that's a band. You know what the Hollywood Vampires is, right?
That's Johnny Depp and Joe Perry and Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper, yeah.
Yeah, I saw it at the Grammys last year.
This
past year.
Yeah. This crazy woman, Katie Simone.
She's nothing but trouble.
She's a troublemaker. Thinks Stevie Nicks should hang it up. So tell us, why do you think that?
Okay, I love Stevie Nicks. I love Fleetwood Mac. There's no doubt about that in my mind. They're one of my favorite bands. But I saw them in late 2014, whenever they came back with Christine McVie. Stevie was, I'm sorry, but she just sucked. She was so bad. She sounded bad. She couldn't. Okay, so her range has been completely limited since about 1985. Just because of years and years of drug abuse and improper technique, just screaming and craziness. So I mean, she really hasn't had a lot of range to work with for about 30 years now.
Okay.
But when I saw her, that little bit she had was just gone. I mean, she was just she couldn't carry the melodies like she used to.
Oh, really?
And and she'd try to do her stage moves and stuff. She'd try to spin, and she just really couldn't. She just kind of would walk around in a circle, and it was just, I felt bad. I'm oh, this is really sad. And then I saw some Fleetwood Mac concert just the other day on MTV Live or one of those stations, and it was the same thing. I'm girl.
Well, didn't you just go see them live recently?
Yeah, in late 2014. It was about a year and a half ago. At the console, and I had great seats. They all look good, but Stevie was just... Christine was kicking ass, though.
Yeah.
She was killing it.
Yeah.
But
Well, she's a different kind of voice and a different kind of singing style
absolutely,
as well.
absolutely.
Loke Rivano really wishes that the Red Hot Chili Peppers would quit.
They got a lot of haters.
Yeah, well, they're like those. There's this whole list of bands. Kevin and I did a podcast about like the bands that people love to hate.
Yeah,
you know, like the Goo Goo Dolls and Dave Matthews and stuff like that. Which I understand Creed because Scott Stapp like really became a DB, a douchebag, and he did that thing to Howard Stern's wife, on TV and try to make her look like a jerk and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So he earned a lot of haters over that, and I get that, but the rest of these bands, like I don't get that. But in any case, so he thinks no, thumbs down to the Chili Peppers. Angelo, who from Dirty Charms, said they all should play as long as they can and enjoy it. This goes for local and national, famous or not, period. And that's kind of my opinion about it. So if you like playing, and if you don't want to go see them, don't go see them. I think that's what Enzo said. You know Enzo Bell?
Yeah.
Yeah, he chimed in. He's like, if you live to play, why not just play till the end? He said, I'd sooner die on stage than in a hospice. Anyway, if you don't want to see him, don't go.
Yeah. I agree. I'm just saying, Stevie, you need to take a look at yourself right now. Granted, she's laughing all the way to the bank. She's rich as hell, and
sometimes it's
playing acoustic covers.
I think that and I'm going to talk about my friend Vince's post here in a minute because my Vince Ornato, you guys should check him out. He's an artist in Pittsburgh. He's a caricature artist. He's a very, 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 very talented guy and awesomely cool guy, knows a lot about music. He's a big music fan. But we're going to talk about his post in a minute. But I think it's in the way that you do it and how you come across and what you try to present. Sometimes it takes a little bit of a modification of how the presentation in order to kind of get over.
Well, look at Robert Plant turning down the Zeppelin reunion a couple of years ago because he didn't want to get out there. People to say he can't sing the way he used to. Well, he can still sing. He just can't sing like he could. On Whole Lotta Love or Black Dog or when he's screaming, he's singing with the voice that he has now, and he's making something of it, not just trying to hang on to what he had and not be able to do it anymore.
Yeah, I agree. Rick Verana chimed in with the says he's glad Black Sabbath recorded 13. And I agree with you. If your health keeps you from touring, that's one thing. But I encourage them all to create, to keep putting out records. So that's, he says, I say write your own song and encourage others to do the same before you judge. And that's a good point there. It's easy to be on the outside looking in and telling people, get off the stage, whatever. As long as Barry and Nisman says, as an artist continues as long as an artist wishes. If people don't want to pay $100 to see a group in concert, then that will dictate what the artist does. If it goes to smaller venues or something like that. My friend Aaron Thoreau says Justin Bieber. But we're not basing this on our artists you don't like. You wish would go away. This is older artists. Yeah, and there is a sort of I know that article has a sort of hater overtone, and but it's just for the discussion. I mean, there is a legitimate question. I mean, when you see, Keith Richards, and somehow he still pulls it off. You know what I mean? And I don't know what it is. I think it has to do with the sort of honesty. Oh yeah. In what you're doing. My good friend Vince, that I was telling you, he always has these very erudite and astute observations about this, and he did a very long post, practically wrote an article. So if you guys want to go, just find me on Facebook, and then you'll see this on my wall. It's very prominent. A lot of people participated. But if I may summarize, he says, the risk is becoming a parody of yourself, exactly. Which we talked about. Springsteen has kind of become a parody of himself, but he talked about some other bands that he felt really did it right. He talked about seeing the Stones a couple of years ago, and they did a real stripped down thing, and he says he sort of felt like he was seeing some old rhythm and blues guys who had a lot of mileage on them, but were a really good band, and he talks about enjoying Who Hits 50. And he says he was completely, blown away by how good they sounded. And he said there were young people in the audience, that really enjoyed it. Vince is not a Kiss fan, so he blatantly says Kiss get off the stage, you know. But so I would, you know, if you guys want to get more into that, you could check that out. Also, Jeff Rosenthal says Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Journey, and I asked him why, and he says he doesn't think that their harmonies sound right. Now I don't know. I have seen the revamped Journey with I can't remember his name.
The little Filipino guy.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name either, but he's awesome.
Yeah, I think he's great. So I'm not exactly sure where that's all coming from. I thought that they looked and sounded good too. I have not heard any. I haven't seen Crosby, Stills, and Nash recently, like, perform anywhere. So I can't really speak to that. But so I think that you kind of, because you play with a lot of older musicians.
I do.
You know, so I mean, you know, I think the idea that, you know.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't believe that you should, you know, retire after a certain age. You know, it's just a matter of, I think Vince put it most eloquently, is you become a parody of yourself. And if you're trying to, like, hang on to a certain shtick that you've had for, you know, 40 years, and you can't pull it off anymore, you need to reevaluate it. You need to, you know, kind of modify things a little bit.
Absolutely.
But I mean, I work with musicians, you know, all different age groups. I've worked with guys in their 70s who just completely blow me away. I mean, I just saw Vanilla Fudge about a year ago at some little crappy club in Jeanette, and it was like arguably the best show I'd seen all year. These guys are all in their 70s, and they're just completely crushing it. They still sing the way they did in the late 60s, and, you know, just put young bands to shame. It's, you know, it's amazing. It's just a matter of it's about the music, man.
It's about the music, man.
It's all about the music, man.
Well, guys, thanks to everybody who participated in our little discussion there. You guys are awesome, and I really appreciate it, because it never fails. When I post something, I say we're going to talk about this. I get so many people chiming in. Tom Zeiser also participated, Ann Layton, Katie Simone, of course, Kevin Coleman, Vince Ornato, Jeff Rosenthal, Rick Brana, Barry Nisman, Aaron Thoreau, Enzo Bell, Mark J. Just thanks everybody for jumping in. You guys are awesome. So thank you. Every time we do something like that, we get people. So that's very cool. So thank you guys. It means you're listening and you're into what we're doing here. Speaking of great music, and I'm going to switch it up a little bit. These are some good friends of both Katie and I's. They just released a new album called Matter of Time, and this is Highway 4. Highway 4 has been we've been big Highway 4 supporters here since the first podcast ever, and they've been supporters of us too, so we really appreciate them. Highway 4, Make Up Your Mind on the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.
Staying eyes and callous hands. We didn't know the way. Yeah, we lost our minds. Spent so many nights at the end of a chain, building an empire in the blood and the rain. Till the clouds broke open and the lights came out. He said, yo, you better make up your mind. Oh, it's never great. Pick up your sword.
right. It's Highway 4, their latest album. It's actually an EP, Matter of Time. That's the title. Matter of Time is the album. Make Up Your Mind is the track we just played. And let's
Come
go
on,
ahead.
Lou, use your words.
I know. I learned good words today. Highway4band.com. Let's check this out for a second. I got to hear this a little bit. It's up.
I really like this band.
I know.
It's like kind of like boppy, like kind of power poppy a little bit. Like I dig it.
Rosie Rebel, actress, stand-up comedian, and songwriter with the band Typhoid Rosie. Great rock and roll band.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go ahead and give them we're plugging. We're just plugging away here. That, I believe, is... they've got a SoundCloud. SoundCloud.com/Typhoid Rosie. ROSIE, for those of you who are don't know how to use your words. Okay, let's do this day in music. Let me ask you a question.
Question.
Ask you a question.
Sure, go ahead.
Do you know the RCA logo with the dog?
Yes.
What's the dog's name?
Good
trivia.
Spot. I don't know. What's his name?
His name is Nipper.
Nipper.
On this day in 1900, his master's voice, the logo of the Victor Recording Company and later RCA Victor, was registered with the U.S. Patent Office. The logo shows the dog, Nipper, looking into the horn of a gramophone.
I always thought that's like my favorite logo. It's so cute.
Isn't it? That's so cool. I mean, and that's probably our 1900. That's probably our oldest this day in music ever. On 1962, in this day, the Beach Boys signed to Capitol Records. Their first hit was in September in that year, with Surfin' Safari. And the Rolling Stones played a show this day. Like, some of this stuff is silly. You want to talk about these guys?
1966, Tommy James and the Shondells started a 2-week run at number 1 on the U.S. chart with Hanky Panky.
All right.
First recorded by the Raindrops. Tommy James and the Shondells. Now they're local-ish, right? Youngstown or something like that.
Yes, they're from the tri-state area.
The tri-state area.
Oh my goodness! On this day in 1966, Jack Bruce, Ginger Baker, and Eric Clapton formed Cream.
Oh, it only lasted 2 years.
Well, but they did. But in that 2 years, a very prolific couple of years.
Very prolific.
And some people to this day are like feel like that's Clapton's best project ever. It just depends on what you like. But that is definitely one of my favorite things he's ever done. I really enjoyed that period of his music. The Newport Folk Festival '67, that it was legendary for the artists with Joni Mitchell, Leonard Cohen, Judy Collins. It was a Janice Ian. It was a really big deal, and a lot of artists debuted there or were seen by the public there. On this day in '69, during their recordings for the Abbey Road album, the Beatles worked on 2 new George Harrison songs, Here Comes the Sun and Something. Harrison was inspired to write Here Comes the Sun when taking a day off from the Apple business and spending the day walking around the garden at Eric Clapton's house.
Well, Eric was in his house banging his wife.
I know. What's the matter with these people?
Oh, did I say that? I'm sorry.
I know.
Did you see that thing, that meme I shared on Facebook the other day? It's a picture of Clapton and George Harrison.
Oh, yeah.
And Harrison's looking at Clapton like, let me get this straight. You get my wife, but I get to keep the Les Paul.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, no.
The Les Paul lasted longer than either one of their marriages to her.
True.
Sean Cassidy. I wish I had this soundbite to play. This is total, like, the great thing about the 70s, one of the great things about the 70s was the cheese. There's some great cheesy music that's just like you hear and it's just like puts a big smile on your face. And one of them was Sean Cassidy, David Cassidy's half-brother, went to number 1 of the U.S. singles charts with his version of the Do Ron Ron.
Oh, God.
It was huge, Katie. It was huge. You weren't even sperm yet, I don't think.
I wasn't even a glint in my father's eye.
Exactly as they say. You want to talk about this?
Oh, yes, because I love Harry Chapin. 1981, Harry Chapin, he went to number 1. Oh, no, he didn't go to number 1. He died. Oh, God.
Either
I
you go to
can't
number
read.
1 or you die.
He died. Oh, so he died in 1981 at age 38, cardiac arrest while driving on a New York expressway. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Oh, that's brutal.
Brutal.
Oh,
Oh, goodness gracious.
that's sad.
I know. Let's see. Is there anything else for you?
Does somebody not die?
Can we find something that, like...
God, everybody's dying on this day music.
Wayne Osmond from the Osmonds underwent a brain tumor operation. Why?
Jesus.
It's Coldplay, Matchbox 20. I don't want to talk about any of those bands. Robbie Williams started a 2-week run number 1 of the UK singles charts with Eternity and the Road to Mandalay in this day in 2001. Here's a cool band. In 2007, the White Stripes played their shortest ever live show at George Street, St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada. Jack White played a single C-sharp note accompanied by a bass drum crash cymbal hit from Meg. At the end of the show, Jack announced, "We have now officially played in every province and territory in Canada," then left the stage and performed a full show later that night.
Wow.
Wow, they got and played one note.
Jeez, oh man. In 2012, John Lord passed away.
Oh my goodness, the Lord.
Oh.
Who is John Lord? Tell everybody, tell the kids who are unfamiliar, the great unwashed.
From Deep Purple, co-founder of Deep Purple. He co-wrote Smoke on the Water. He also played with Whitesnake. But yeah, he died of pancreatic cancer. That's really sad.
Oh, wow. Country music singer Kitty Wells died on this day in 2012. Yeah. Her 1952 hit, It Wasn't God Who Made Honky Tonk Angels, made her the first female country singer to top the U.S. country charts and turned her into the first female country star.
In 2014, Johnny Winter died on this day.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that this day's like bad luck.
Yeah, let's go back. Let's go up to see who was born on this day.
Okay. All right, we're gonna let's do some birthday shout outs. And since we're gonna do some birthday shout outs, let's play a little music. How about them drums?
Oh, I love Stuart Copeland.
I know, and I love him so much. You know, one of the reasons why I love him is because Stuart, American musician, multi-instrumentalist Stuart Copeland, best known as drummer for the Police, was born on this day in 1952.
All right.
Yeah, Stuart. Oh, Stuart. But he's not British.
No,
right?
he's not.
So what's the matter with him?
I know.
You know, how did he? Well, you know, the story was he was an army brat and he moved around, and that's how he ended up hooking up with Sting and Andy Summers.
The other guy.
Sting and
the
some
other
guy, this weirdo, you know, that played a Telecaster through a Marshall. Like, who does that? You know,
freak.
I know, some kind of weirdos. Who else was born on this day? Oh, wait a minute. Why did I? Why don't you do this one?
1947, Thomas Boggs, the drummer from the Box Tops. Box Tops are known. Well, that was Alex Chilton's band. For those of you who are fans of Big Star, but they originally did The Letter, which Joe Cocker had a huge hit with. But
yes,
they did the original version.
Speaking of The Letter, I love this song. This is a cool song.
Give me a ticket for an aeroplane.
That's Alex when he's like a little teenager.
Take a fast train. Lonely days are gone. I'm a going home. My baby wrote me a
Great jam. It's also this guy's birthday today. We're going to just do one more because we're getting late on time. Ed Kowalczyk. Is that how you say his name? From the band Live?
I don't know.
I don't know. Edward Joel Kowalczyk. We'll call him that.
I bet you he has an Uncle Stush.
Stan Stush. But so Ed was the singer with the band Live, and they had like Ooba Gooba like hit after hit in the mid '90s. So happy birthday to Ed. Happy birthday to Thomas. Happy birthday to...
Oh, happy birthday, Desmond Decker.
Oh, my goodness. I should have put this... I love
That's a great
this song.
song.
Yeah, Desmond Decker, a Jamaican singer who did The Israelites. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, we can always just sing it if we don't have it. But anyway, so happy birthday to everybody. We're going to... we're going to come back and say goodbye to everybody, but I want to play a little more Typhoid Rosie. This is another song off of Hearts Bleed Goodbye. This is Baby I Want You. Check this out, Katie. I think you're going to really like this. Typhoid Rosie on the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.
Get up in the morning slaving for bread, sir, so that every mouth can be fed. Call me Israelite, sir.
Cool song, huh? We had to get it there on the break, you know. But yeah, that was "Baby I Want You" by Typhoid Rosie, and we'll give you Typhoid Rosie's email website one more time. That is soundcloud.com/Typhoid Rosie. Highway 4 is highway4band.com. And Charlie Wheeler Trio, charliewheelerband.com. So go check out all those bands, buy everything that they have. Everything. Support these great independent artists. Thanks everybody again who participated with us on Facebook for our discussion today on, get the hell off the stage, you're too old, the podcast. So appreciate all that. You are listening to the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. That is LoudiniRockandRollCircus.com. So you can go there every Tuesday and every Thursday is a new interview. Every Saturday is a new music podcast. If you believe in this music, which I know you do, you wouldn't be listening to the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus if you didn't. If you like bands like Typhoid Rosie, Highway 4, Charlie Wheeler Trio, all these great bands that we've been featuring here, you want to go to supportindierock.com and get involved with Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. I would like to, speaking of getting involved with Loudini Rock and Roll Circus, I'd like to thank Jack Rowell, who's our first contributor. And he got in, and he's supporting us every month, so I do appreciate that. But go to supportindierock.com. That way you can get involved with us, and you can help us keep the rock and roll circus alive and well. Katie, anything you'd like to plug, talk about, maybe tell people about your website?
Yeah, you can check out my website at katiesimonemusic.com and see where I'm playing. Yeah. I'm not doing anything that cool. Well, I got a double header with my 80s band coming up this week. Friday the 22nd at the Rochester Inn. Rochester, I cannot talk. The Rochester Inn over in the North Hills, and Saturday the 23rd at the Wilkins Township Community Festival. So we have to take out some songs because there's going to be children around, and I can't necessarily sing She-Bop.
Why?
Daddy, what's the danger zone?
Okay, guys, you're listening to Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. One more time, thank you, Positively Pittsburgh Live. That is pplmag.com. Oh my goodness, we still have the Israelites playing.
Why not?
Why not? So it is LoudiniRockandRollCircus.com. Thanks to everybody who's participated, and I think that's about it. Yeah, that's pretty much all that's going on right now. So we thank you guys so much. Listen to LoudiniRockandRollCircus.com, supportindierock.com. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll catch you on the next Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.